Hello everyone and welcome to another episode from the Paperhats Survival Multiplayer server. My name is Glitch. Well, the day has finally come. I have decided that after spending time for the holidays, building up the Christmas island, working on the gaming district, I have procrastinated long enough on a project that has been in the works. So today, I don't know how, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I am going to end this episode with a creeper head. So I've got some crazy shenanigans ahead of me. Now, first things first, I do have one little piece of housekeeping I've got to take care of. I'm currently really low on rockets. Partially because in the time in between episodes, I spent some time, as you can probably see in the intro there, going to the Nether and getting as much netherite as I could get my hands on to upgrade my gear. And pretty much I've got everything done, but just going back and forth and flying to where, let's grab a stack or two of gunpowder, and I have no sugar cane. Just going back and forth to where I was mining, just burned up a lot of my rockets. So I think we'll start off by just making a quick trip down to Fort Crimstone to grab some sugarcane so I can make some rockets. And you know what? I could fly, but it might be cheaper just to use the express elevator. So here we go. Yo! I love doing that. Such a rush. All right, so now not much has changed in the time in between episodes. I'm still working on a few plans for farms, and I'm still... Wait, what? Oh no. Somebody's been decorating my basic... Wait a minute. What is that lectern doing there? Um, I, I, I... Okay, if those peppermint cows from the Christmas Island are sending me nasty grams again... Do I have any... Oh, yes, I do have some scaffolding. If they are sending me nasty grams again, I'm going to have some steak for dinner. All right, what is this? All right, hold on. Let's look at the book. Dear Glitch, has the weather ever been uncooperative with your plans? Have you ever needed your mobs jolted with a few bazillion volts of electricity from above? Then look no further than the Thunder Shrine. With our new and improved weather manipulation technology / wizardry / we're not really sure how this thing works / just trust us, okay? Anyways, you'll soon be bringing down fire from the skies on your foes. We hope this is helpful for all your stormy needs. Yours truly, some mysterious friends. Instruction. Drop a nether star on the lightning rod and stand back. Lightning will strike and then a storm will start. Just sleep when you need to clear the weather. I think I got a new toy. It would appear that when I threw my trident a couple episodes back and called for a storm, somebody heard me. And yeah, they dropped off a present. Now, I do know the basic plan for getting my hands on a nether star. So I guess it's time to get to work. So I guess that means it's time for step 1. Get wither skulls. Okay, so I think the first part of the plan is to get to a nether fortress. Now, in truth, that's not too hard because we found one a long time ago here on the server. The rest of the plan might get just a little more complicated. You see, I'm not really worried about things like zombie pigmen because if you're careful, you can avoid hitting them and aggroing a whole bunch of them. The bigger problem is what happens if I die while I'm in the fortress? This fortress itself is almost 1,000 blocks from spawn, so I want to be able to get back here quickly and efficiently. So to that end, I set up a little bit of a safety box here, and I'll show you the fortress in just a second. But I've got my ender chest here and a spare golden helmet inside. I'm not going to open it. However, I will say that I have set up a couple of soul sand torches here in the hallway, and you know what? I really actually do need one here in my safety box. Here, we'll go ahead and put it above the porch. Now, the nice part is, if I can get in here, if I don't have gold and the piglins aggro, they can't actually walk through this gap because these are trapdoors rather than regular doors. Doors, they'll just open straight up. And I believe, since we play on, Paperhats is set to hard mode, that if I used a regular door here, if the zombie pigmen are aggroed, they could actually break down the door. Now, a couple other things I've got here to hopefully help. I went ahead and crafted a respawn anchor, and let's go ahead and give myself not quite 9 lives, but basically make it so that I am going to, if I die, I will wind up here rather than all the way back home. I also bought a couple of potions of fire resistance from the potion shop. That way, if I get hit by blazes, boys, let me through. Let me through. Thank you. All right, if I get hit by blazes, that should negate the fire damage of their fireball. Now, looking down here, if we look down here, and I got to be careful how I do this, you can just see in the render distance the tip of the fortress right there. Now, at present, I need at least 3 skulls for a wither. I have one from when I was grinding for when I went to get the banner pattern for the skull charge. But that being said, yeah, I've decided I want to get as many as I can, and we'll see how we go. And the nice part is this particular fortress is built into a wall, and there's a good bit of room in there that I can go ahead and work for skulls. So it looks like Operation This Could Likely End Badly is a go. Let's get started. Alright, here we go. Let's see how we do. Ooh, I think we have our first customers. Now, if I can just get you boys... No. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you. Oh, yeah, and I also went ahead and put Smite 5 on my sword. Just because it seemed to make sense. Yep, come on, boys. Come on. Yep, and... Wow! You know, I've never used Smite 5, but that does awesome! And no. Okay, here we go again. How many did I get? Hi, boys. Okay, now here's your instruction. Whoa, hey! Get back here. You were supposed to stay here. All right, come on, boys. Come on, boys. Give me a skull. Give me a skull. Okay. And... skunked again. Skull. I want a skull. Skull. I want a skull. Skull. I want a skull. They don't listen very well. Oops, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Heal. Okay, gotta heal up. I forgot the potions. Alright, this should cure that. Hey, you. You know, as I'm doing this, it's starting to occur to me this could take quite a while, so... Hey, future me, when you're editing this, can we get a little music? That'll work. Thank you. And now back to looking for some skulls. And here we are back in the overworld, and I gotta say, that was a lot of fun. To be honest, I had no idea how long that was gonna take because, well, even with looting 3 and a sword, a wither skeleton skull is still a relatively rare drop. So, in truth, this was totally up to RNG and, well, a little bit of luck to get what I needed. Being honest, though, if you look at if you look at the statistics, let's go ahead and mobs and go down to wither skeleton. I killed 229 of them. So all in all, that's not too shabby for what I was able to get. Now that being said, I am really glad that I took those potions of fire resistance because they really helped to manage dealing with the blazes. Because, well, I mean, even one time I got fireballed by a ghast and it mitigated some of the damage. In truth, my armor didn't do too bad. I did realize that I forgot to enchant my shield. I made a new one because I wanted to add the skull charge to the banner on it. But all in all, it still didn't take too much of a pounding. But the good news is that I have 10 skulls for all of my efforts. Now, that works out to basically at least 3 times where I can do the next step, which is going to be, yeah, the next step is step 2, fight the wither. Now, before we dive into the action, I have a bit of a confession. You see, I've never actually fought the wither in survival other than using the wither killer in the end. That being said, there's part of me that really, really wants to do a legit wither fight and see how I do. There's also part of me that's scared to death to do a legit wither fight and see how I do. But that being said, I want to take on the challenge. I faced off with the Ender Dragon. In a single player world, I checked out an ancient city and I met the warden. That didn't go well, by the way. But I think next up, I'm going to take this fight, good 3,000 blocks from home. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what happens. So I'm going to grab a couple of materials and I will meet you there. Okay, so here I am about 5,000-ish blocks from spawn, and we're currently at y equals negative 56. I did some scouting around, and I think I found a spot that is pretty much solid deep sleep for about 100 blocks in every direction. Now, part of the reason I wanted to do that is because I don't want the wither getting distracted during the fight and going after other mobs, or worse, getting loose in a cave up there. That could just be a lot of difficulty to go after him. But for this fight, I'm going to go ahead and try the tried and true method of using a long tunnel. So to that end, I went ahead and I dug out a tunnel that is roughly 100-ish blocks in one direction, and we'll get to the other end in a second. I also brought down pretty much, I think, all the supplies I would need. I've got a potion of night, a couple of potions of night vision. Partially that is because of the fact that the wither destroys blocks, so I'm concerned that it will destroy the blocks that my torches are on, and therefore I might not be able to see. Grabbed a potion of higher resistance. I don't hear any lava, and I actually sat with the subtitles on for a little bit, trying to make sure that I didn't hear any lava popping or water running. But nonetheless, just in case, I'm going to go ahead and drink a potion of fire resistance. Another thing is I'm going to take a potion of strength 2 because there is a point in the fight where the wither becomes immune to projectiles and it's sword mode only. So therefore, the strength 2 will help to quickly whittle down his health bar. Figured it also, since I had one, I'd grab a regular golden apple. It'll give me a little bit of resistance and a couple extra hearts, so that's a little bit of help. And if all else fails, I do have a bucket of milk or two to take off the wither effect if I do get withered. I did realize that I was low on arrows. Humorously enough, I happen to have some spectral arrows in my backup gearbox, so I guess, yeah, the wither is gonna glow. Beyond that, I've got my 3 skulls and my soul sand. I've decided that basically I'm going to do the fight down here for this one, and if all goes well, I'll just use the wither killer for the rest. Now, the other thing I did down at the other end of the tunnel was there's one other item I've never actually gotten my hands on, and I kind of like to try. I don't know if it'll work, but I decided I wanted to try and get a hold of a wither rose. So I brought down some eggs from the prank that was played on us a little while ago, and tethered a couple of chickens down here. Now, as far as I know from research, for the wither rose to actually spawn, the wither will have to kill an adult entity. So basically, I think for now everything is all set for me to get this fight going. So I'm gonna let these guys grow up, and then it's showtime. Okay, so you guys are all grown up. Let's do a quick final check. So backup armor, check. Smite 5 sword, check. Bow, check. Arrows, check. Night vision. Fire resistance, yes. Strength 2, yes. Bucket of milk just in case, yes. Golden apple, just in case, yes. 4 soul sand and 3 skulls, yes. I think it's time to get this party started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and break out that torch. Put that there, that there, that there, that there. Okay, so let's go. One. One. Two. Deep breath, Glitch. You got this. Here we go. All right. Come on. Come on. Okay. Oh. Night vision and... Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. One more should do it. Okay, all right. We're in sword nut mode now. Oh. Come on, come on. One more. Booyah! Yeah. Where's my Nether star? Yes. I got it. I wonder if I got any more wither roses. Ooh, and yes, I got some wither roses. Ah. Okay. Well, that went a lot better than I expected it to, but all in all, I've got what I wanted. I got my Nether star. And looks like we got 3 wither roses for efforts. Thank you, chickens, for your service. Oh my goodness, I am so glad that part is over. I'm going to be honest with you. For the rest of these, I'm just going to use the wither killer back home. But yeah, that was great. Now it's time for the next step. So I guess that means it's time to step 3. Start a storm? Okay, so I am back at Fort Grimstone, and I've got my Nether Star in hand, and I think I've got everything I need to, well, to start a storm. Now, maybe I'm just being a little bit paranoid, but I just want to do one more last check of all the different things that I need. So I went to the Wither Killer off camera, and I got a couple more Nether stars just in case when I go to trigger the storm, somebody sleeps and it clears the weather. I've stored as much of my gear as I can in a backup shulker box, and also I've got some of the basic gear here. I don't use them often, but I'm going to go ahead and take a totem of them dying because, as far as I understand it, I actually have to have the charge creeper blow up another creeper. So I'm hoping that means that as I get up close and personal to them, that I can just get away. I might try name tagging a couple of them just in case. It's just I don't want them despawning if I get out of render distance. Might also try throwing them in a boat if I can trick them into there. Primarily because, well, again, I've never tried this before. So I did also off camera set up a little bit of a platform out there at the edge of where the beacon affects, just to give me a little bit of a kind of a safe place to escape if I have to. Now I've got the Fork of Doom, and so it's got channeling, and it also does have impaling 5. I made a backup just in case, with just channeling on it, in case the impaling actually winds up doing enough damage to kill the creepers outright. Did some testing in creative, it didn't seem to, but hey, you can't go be too over prepared. I also went ahead and made up a Riptide Trident, partially because since it's going to be raining, that might be a nice way to beat a hasty retreat if need be. Got some spare stuff here just in case. The potions are potions of invisibility. I'm not sure that they will work, but I might try, if all else fails, putting a cloaking device on and getting up to the creeper to set it off with flint and steel, which reminds me I need to go grab one. But that being said, with all the preparations done and ready to go, I think it's time for step 3A. Get a creeper head and try not to die doing it. Not much else to say. It's the moment of truth, so let's see how this thing works and let's get started. And we're back. And I gotta say, that was quite the adventure, and to be honest, a whole lot of fun. Now, that being said, I knew I was going to make a mess doing this. I did not expect it to be this much of a mess. But I don't know. There's part of me that is actually thinking of leaving some of these holes here and maybe working into a decorative build, um, with like a crash airship or something. Aside from, that tree, yeah, that's got to go. I just can't abide leaving a tree floating out in the middle of nowhere. But the Totems of Undying were definitely the play for making sure that I got the creeper head. I did have to chuckle because one of the times where I was aiming for one of the creepers, I hit a pig and wound up getting as far as I know, permanent zombie piglin. So I'm gonna just leave him there, and he can live here on the island. But the Totems of Undying helped a ton. I tried a few different things. I tried the Potion of Invisibility. It didn't work. I tried putting the creepers in a boat, and they either didn't die in the right sequence, or I don't know. That's actually how the tree got blown up, because it just didn't seem to do enough damage to, even though they both died, they didn't drop a head. But that being said, this was a great adventure, and I am so glad that it's done. I had to restart the storm at least once. I had nobody slept or anything, but we did have the situation where the weather just cleared. I restarted the storm. I do have one Nether star left for if I ever want to just go ahead and do this again. And to be honest, if I want more, okay, seriously, boys, don't mess with the piglin. If I want any more, I can go ahead and just go grind for some skulls and get them that way. But I think just because I don't want these guys, these pillagers over here, basically hassling me, I'm going to take a quick flight up to build height and get them to despawn. And then I think it's finally time for the final step in our little plan. Be right back. There we go. That should definitely take care of those guys. And you know what? I decided that what better place to finish off this project than to come up here to main sales banners and add one more banner into the mix. Now, humorously enough, I wasn't expecting to get these, but there are a couple of other mobs that you can only obtain their mob head by having them die to a charged creeper. So, along with the creeper head, I got a zombie head, got a couple of skeleton skulls, but most important, I finally got my hands on a creeper head. So now, it is finally time, after all of this work, to craft the creeper charge. And let's go ahead and, what better way can we do this? Then let's go ahead and banner, die, creeper charge, and boom. Ah, yes. I have finally got the creeper banner. That was a lot of work and a lot of fun. But you know what? It was well worth it. It's been fun adventuring around with just trying to work out and get all the things together to get this item. So that is going to wrap things up for today. I still do have one banner pattern left to get my hands on, and that's going to require some more adventure and a lot of exploration. So next time, we are heading back to the Nether to try and get my hands on the snout pattern. And along the way, I think I also need to work on fixing a slight deficit in a certain resource. But that is going to have to wait till next time. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. And also consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. My name is Glitch, and I do hope I'll see you next time for the next adventure on the Paperhats Survival Multiplayer server. Thanks for watching.